Good morning, Guardians. Briar Rabbit here. We are 14 days away from the release of Rise of Iron. I gotta tell you, I'm really excited. I finally put in my pre-order. I finally got the desktop wallpaper. But right now, I'm really looking forward to next week when hopefully we'll get a preview of Rise of Iron, either custom matches or a PvP map preview. Don't know what it's gonna be. Hopefully the axe will be available in Patrol. So really, we're a week away from new content and 2 weeks away from the Rise of Iron expansion. Oddly enough, our first story is not about Rise of Iron, it's about Destiny 2. The PlayStation Magazine came out this month and had an article where they basically previewed Rise of Iron, but in it there was a little tidbit from Bungie about Destiny 2, and Bungie has remained really quiet about Destiny 2. Basically, all we know about it are the developers' Twitter pages that say they're working on it. We know that it got delayed from this year to next year, but that is really it. Bungie had this to say about it. The larger the release, the more disruptive changes you can do. I found this quote to be really interesting for a few reasons. First of all, they're talking about disrupting Destiny. Does that mean that they're going to be taking weapons out? Does that mean they're going to be changing the way that Destiny functions as a game? The PvE model, the PvP model? What exactly is a disruptive change in Destiny? Also, a lot of theories have been put out there as to whether Destiny 2 will be an expansion for Destiny or if it will be a brand new game. I'm going to the camp that I'd like to see a brand new game. Sure, I'd like to see some cosmetic items, some emblems move forward into Destiny 2 to kind of represent your time with Destiny 1 and to show off some of the challenges that you've completed. But what I'd really like to see out of Destiny 2 is a brand new game. I'd like to see 60 frames per second. I'd like to see an expansive new way of exploring areas. Instead of just having these small patrol zones, I'd like to see these much expanded. I'd like to see them used in raids, in PvP, in PvE. I'd like to see a brand new set of weapons. I don't want to be using the last word in year 4. I don't want to be using Thorn in year 4. I want to see a new meta develop based on an entirely new weapon base. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people do want to see the last word continue forward. They want to see Thorn move forward. They spend a lot of time getting these weapons and they want to make sure that they can use them in the years to come. So that's a big disagreement inside the Destiny community, and I want to hear your opinion on this. Would you rather see Destiny 2 as an expansion to Destiny 1, or would you like to see a clear division with Destiny 1 being a product you can still go back and play, but Destiny 2 being a complete and totally different product? In the coming year, I expect to see a lot of discussion about this, and we probably won't know much about it until E3 of 2017. Next up, PlayStation will be holding an event at 12 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. They're going to live stream this thing. I'll put a link down in the description so you can check it out. We expect to see the PlayStation Neo, the PlayStation Slim, and the PlayStation VR headset. Some people are speculating we may see a successor to the PlayStation Vita as well. I don't really think that's going to be the case. Maybe we'll get revamped hardware, but I think that Sony has pretty much dropped the PlayStation Vita, and I wouldn't expect to see any announcements for new hardware on that front. I would expect to see details on the PlayStation Slim, if not even an announcement of a release date. It would be pretty cool if that thing actually got released tomorrow. It'd be a pretty big surprise for PlayStation owners. I don't expect that the PlayStation Slim is going to be all that revolutionary. When you compare it to the Xbox Slim that added features like 4K Blu-ray support, 4K streaming support, and even a faster processor, I expect the PlayStation Slim to be very much a slim PlayStation with not a whole lot of added features. The PlayStation Neo, on the other hand, I'm not so sure what to expect here. Obviously, if they release an upgraded version of the PlayStation this year in the face of the Xbox Scorpio coming out next year, that could be very concerning for Sony fans who might be looking at that Scorpio saying, wow, that thing's got a lot more power than what PlayStation is talking about right now. We also expect to see the VR headset released later this year, and I would expect to see a lot of coverage on the VR headset as well as a release date. Next up, something very cool. YouTuber Jivvy created a in-game cinematic detailing the past raids of Destiny. This thing is very cinematic. It brings up a lot of nostalgia feelings. Highly suggest checking this thing out. I'm going to put a link down in the description. The guys over at Crucible Radio got a chance to interview Deej and Derek Carroll, and they talked a lot about the upcoming changes to PvP in Rise of Iron. They detail community, clans, tournaments, and more. What I really liked about this interview is that they really focus on the PvP side of Destiny. The guys over at Crucible Radio put on a great podcast. This is well worth checking out. You can watch it on YouTube or download it on iTunes. So that's going to do it for today's show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope you guys all had an awesome holiday weekend. I spent a lot of time with friends and family. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling good. Just the kind of feeling you want a holiday weekend to give you. Really looking forward to getting back into Destiny, playing some Rise of Iron in the upcoming weeks. It's going to be a really exciting time for the Destiny community with the MLG coming to the table, with new PvP game modes, with PvE stuff coming around. The new raid is right around the corner. It's going to be an amazing time for the Destiny community, and I'm really excited to be part of it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.